Once upon a time in the old city lived a boy named Samar. He was 10 years old and had a mop of messy black hair and eyes that twinkled with mischief. Samar lived with his mom in a small house near the city of the dead, a sprawling cemetery filled with ancient tombs and secrets. It had been 5 years since Samar's dad disappeared into the desert sands, leaving them with nothing but questions and a dusty old compass. His mom, Amira, was a storyteller, and she used their home as an adventure hub for neighborhood kids. They would gather around, sipping hot cocoa as she spun tales of bravery, magic, and faraway lands. But one evening, right after Amira had finished a particularly exciting story about genies and treasures, she went missing. The front door was wide open, but there was no sign of her anywhere. The police searched, but the busy city swallowed mysteries like these, and people stopped caring. Samar never gave up hope, though. Kept believing his mom was out there somewhere. All these years, the unanswered questions echoed in his heart like whispers in the desert wind. One day, while exploring the dusty attic in their house, Samar stumbled upon a box tucked away in a corner. It was covered in cobwebs, and when he opened it, he found a broken compass and a hand-drawn map with strange markings. On the back, it had a title, The Path of Echoes. The map showed a route that led to mysterious places. Whispering Sands, Crooked River, Stone Man's Garden. Samar felt a pull in his chest, a feeling he recognized from his mother's stories, the call of adventure. He knew in his bones this path was his only chance to find his mom. He started his journey in the Whispering Sands. The desert stretched around him, silent and vast. Suddenly, children appeared, dancing in circles around him. They had rosy cheeks, sparkling eyes, and clothes made of wind and sunshine. They sang in strange voices, "We are the children of the desert. Ask us a riddle, and we shall tell you the way." Samar thought for a moment. "What has no voice but speaks?" he asked. The children pondered, then broke into smiles. "The wind," they cried, pointing to a small stone with a crescent moon carved into it. "Take this," they said, "and may it guide your way." Then they vanished into the dunes. Samar continued his journey until he came across the Crooked River. The water flowed uphill, defying gravity and logic. An old man with twinkling eyes sat on a nearby rock. "To cross the river," he said, "you must give up your greatest fear." Samar thought of his dad disappearing, of his mom's worried face, of the unanswered questions that haunted him. Taking a deep breath, he said, "I fear nothing." The old man smiled. "Then take this," he said, handing him a smooth stone with an eye carved into it. As Samar crossed the river, he felt lighter somehow, as if a weight had been lifted. From there, he went to the Stone Man's Garden. Tall statues of humans stood in rows, and in the center was a cave. Inside, a huge mirror hung on the wall, and Samar saw his mom trapped in a glowing chamber. She was young and beautiful, just like in the stories she used to tell. Her eyes, though, were clouded with sadness. "Follow the echoes," she whispered. Samar walked back to the Whispering Sand. He joined the stones with the ones he had found earlier, placed them in a circle, and whispered, "Open." The stones hummed, and the ground beneath them rumbled. A hidden stairway appeared, leading deep into the earth. At the bottom, bathed in a soft glow, was his mom. The ancient keepers of echoes, beings of pure energy, surrounded her, trying to mend her broken spirit. Samar called out to her, and the keepers turned, their eyes glowing with surprise. "You found me," Amira whispered, tears streaming down her face. She stepped out of the circle of stones. "They held me here," she explained, "but now it's time to go." Hand in hand, mother and son raced up the stairs, leaving the echoing chamber behind. Outside, the sun was setting over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. Samar hugged his mom tightly. Finally, his journey was over. The echoes had led him home, and as they walked towards the familiar lights of their house, Samar knew their story wasn't over. It was just beginning.